Hello everybody and welcome to my very first episode review of the things I got from gfest. So I just got back from gfest like a few days ago. It's on the last day, and so in this video I will be talking about all the things I got from gfest, that I got from the dealer's room and all that. And so I might be doing like a two-part episode of this. So because I just got a lot of stuff, and believe me, I got a lot. So that's why I decided to make a separate episode. So yeah, so I have a great time at gfest, and I did a panel there, which you saw my video of it, of the Return of Godzilla, the 40th anniversary, which that video is only filmed half because of my phone storage, and it didn't record the ended parts. It's just so you guys know. I mean, if you want to check that episode out, be sure to click on the link in the description down below. So to begin, so let's start reviewing some of the things I got. Now, I will start with the Bandai figures first. So, first up we got, it is my favorite figure. It is the 1984 Gojira Bandai Monsters film series figure, which is the new model from last year or this year, if I'm correct. So yeah, so this is the exact same model from the Memorial Box figure from 2004, and which I already have a figure of this too. So yeah, I have two versions of this figure. So this is the new version and the original version, which they're both the same. As you can tell that the spines look different, and you see the Memorial Box version is the dorsal fins are tan color looking, and this one has a clear HD white color to it. So yeah, so as you see is the skin color version of this. I mean, I think this one has a little tan shadowy of it, as you could tell by the chest right there. As you can see, this new version doesn't have a tan shadow version of it. So yeah, so what did I decide which figure I like most? I would say the new version better, because it's just so better looking, and they made it look even better. It's like they cleaned him up a little bit. So yeah, I love this figure so much. And next up, it is the YMSF figure of Komanga from Son of Godzilla and Destroy All Monsters, and some stock footage from All Monsters Attack. So yeah, so as I know I don't like spiders that much and all that, and I just spotted this figure at the dealer's room by where the other YMSF figures were. And now I was gonna order this online before gfest to do an unboxing video episode about this, but sadly it is very expensive, and so I found this guy in the dealer's room at gfest, and it cost cheaper. So yeah, so I got this figure. It looks so cool, and hopefully next year at gfest or on online, if they have a Kamakuras figure, I will definitely get that and maybe do an unboxing video of him too. So yeah, so I got the Komanga figure. Next up is the Godzilla 75 figure from Terror of Mechagodzilla. This is the new model version of it, or you could say the new repainted model, which is the same model from the Memorial Box too. which I have it right here. As you can tell that the memorial box version of it has the green color of it, and this one has the original black or chocolate colors into it. And so yeah, they're the same model, and lastly, I like this version better because they did a good job repainted this. So that's 3 figures I reviewed so far. Next up, it is Batra, the larva version. So and this figure was just released like this year or last year, and they did made a Bandai version of this that was made in the 90s, which I have it right here. As you could tell that the original 90s version of it looks so old, and it looks like he's like and it looks like he's all dried up, and it looks like he's falling apart, and because you can see that the toe right there is like almost broken. It's almost like it's so hard and made out of rock. But this new version, they did is so much better because it's made out of plastic, and they made it so clear. It looks like it kind of looks like this figure just got a car wash or something. So yeah, they're both the same and same sizes. I mean, I don't know if you look closely. I mean, the eyes are like this figure's eyes are like almost wider, and this one has shorter eyes, and they're not as wide in as the original. But I'd rather stick with this figure. Next up is the Mothra larva figure from Godzilla vs. Mothra from the Heisei era, and people didn't even know if this figure even exists, but it did exist. I mean, I think it doesn't say what year it was. Oh wait, this Bandai figure was released in 1998, and that was the year that this figure was released. And I bet people didn't know this figure was even exists, but it does. And I gotta say, this larva figure looks amazing. Looks so beautiful in detail. You see the face is all cool in detail and all that, and yeah. So I got this Mothra larva figure from the Heisei era. Next up, we have Minya from Son of Godzilla and the All Monsters Attack. Which some people don't like Minya that much, but some of them do. But yeah, so this is the new Minya figure that was released last year or this year. And yeah, so yeah, I love this figure so much. They really captured the details from the film, and you could tell, like, right here next to the dorsal fins, you could tell there's a line right there. I think it's due to the suit that the suit actor was trying to get into the suit, and because it has like a zipper there, and yeah, so there's like a little line right there is on this side. And I have the original 90s Bandai version of Minya. As you can see, the earliest version looks more like a goofiest cartoon version, and it kind of looks like a Muppet a little bit, and the dorsal fins on the back looks so different. Doesn't have these bumpy scales like this one and all that, but this figure was made in 1991. So yeah, I'd rather stick with this one because it's so much better. And I do have the YMSF figure right here, which is so much smaller than this figure. Sometimes I like to use this one better because it does have its size. It seems smaller than the other Godzilla figures. So, next up, it is the new 1964 Godzilla from Mothra versus Godzilla. And yeah, this Bandai figure looks awesome, and I'll compare it to the Memorial Box version of it. As you can tell that these figures look different, absolutely different, and as you can tell that the heads look different, and then it kind of looks like this figure's head or his neck looks a little bit longer, and this one's neck is a little shorter. And yeah, and the heads do look kind of similar a little, but this one is almost closest to the film. And the dorsal fins, they look slightly different. I mean, absolutely different here. And the skin color of it does look different, because this one has a darkish green color to it, and this one has his original gray, blackish charcoal color to it. But I like this figure more than the Memorial Box. I mean, I just love comparing to these figures. So I only have 2 more figures left. Next up, it is the Wolfman from the fan film of Godzilla vs. the Wolfman, which was made in the 90s, like few years, like I think 2 or 3 years before Godzilla 1985. So yeah, this is the YMSF figure, and yeah, and I'm so glad I got this figure, because it's from the fan film of the Wolfman versus Godzilla, and yeah, and I was thinking about doing a podcast episode about the lost fan film, if they wish you would call it, and yeah, maybe I'll do a podcast episode of it someday. And last but not least, it is the Diamond Jin figure from the Diamond Jin trilogy, which I never seen before. I never seen any of those films. But yeah, I got this figure, and this is Diamond Jin, and he's like a giant statue kaiju, and from the trilogy, and I never seen before. But hopefully, if I do see this film, I would definitely give it a try. And it is made by the same studio that made the Gamera series, and then it was released in the same year that Gamera vs. Barugon was released. So yeah, if I do get the trilogy on Blu-ray by Arrow Video, and I would definitely give this film a try. So yeah, so I got this figure right here, and it looks awesome. And well, that's all I have for the Bandai figures. So I will get to the boxes, the model boxes I got, and the Blu-ray movies in the next video. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the next episode.